Hi everybody, Lord Maim here again with part 5 of the Mass Effect 3 Insanity walkthrough, Grissom Academy, Emergency Evacuation. Still an awful title. Some people have said they've had trouble with this mission, but in fact it's one of the easier missions on Insanity. It all depends on how you approach it, but if you're careful, you can do this with very little danger to yourself or your squad mates. Almost immediately upon starting this mission, you'll have a short encounter with 3 assault troopers and a combat engineer. If you look on the right, the combat engineer and one of the assault troopers have died. It appears they've been killed by the occupant of the room. The other 2 won't put up much of a fight, stay near the doorway, cheat the corner until they're dead, then proceed to go to the door. The occupant of the room turns out to be Kaylee Sanders, well known for those of you who've read the Mass Effect novels and some of the quote-unquote expanded universe material. Also apparently Admiral Anderson's good friend. Wink wink, nudge nudge. So, do one for your boy and make sure his woman's safe.
I'll bring him back here and we'll make a run for the shuttle.
Kaylee will open the door for you, allow you to proceed towards Orion Hall.
Some of our systems. I'll get the door for you. It leads to Orion Hall.
Proceed down the hallway. You'll see some of the Cerberus troops carrying some of the biotics. You won't be able to shoot through this window, so don't bother trying. Go into the next area and you'll leap over this barricade to the other side, and there will be a mod here, an assault rifle stability damper. If you explore this area, there's also a couple of other mods that you can pick up right here at the end. Well, it's a data pad with credits in any case. Right through here you'll see 2 assault troopers threatening one of the biotic students who's defending himself with a barrier. Again, a very short encounter. If you time it right, you can kill both of them before they realize you're even there. Move up to the student and speak to him to continue.
There may be more nearby. Play dead until it's safe, then get to Kaylee Sanders at security.
Okay, but my sister Sean is out here somewhere too.
Hop over the barricade into the next area. And explore this area. There's some data pads that you can look at to pick up some additional credits or experience, as well as an SMG heatsink. Learn from my mistake in this area. There will be an encounter right away. Just inside the door to the left and to the right, you'll be able to see Cerberus troops through the glass. You won't be able to shoot through the glass, so by doing so and trying to shoot them, you'll just get their attention. There's also a shield barrier at the back of the room. That would be something that you can wipe out the generator for, as well as just a force field barricade that they can hide behind. In this area there will also be quite a few Centurions. When they start throwing smoke, it can cause a bit of a problem, so try to eliminate them first. As well, try to keep your squad back. With the smoke that fills up the room, it's very easy for them to get killed, not seeing the enemy to shoot at. And I nearly blew myself up here. Some missions where you're dealing with Cerberus a lot and there's a lot of Centurions, it's worth using the sight upgrade for the sniper rifle. Oh, also here, if you notice, I'm trying to shoot the Centurion and I cannot shoot through one of the terminals on the desk unless you have a penetration add-on. you'll have to wait until they pop their head up or use biotics or tech powers to cause them to stand up, just like I did there. That generator there, I probably should have hit that first upon entering the room. But I only just noticed it towards the end, and it really didn't matter at this point, so no big deal. Before you go into the room to the right, head to the room to the left, and just take a brief detour here to the left. On the bench to the right, you'll find a M22 eviscerator. Pick that up, then go back the way you came. Straight through, and on the left-hand side, not here, but the next left-hand side, there we go. You'll see Sean, the sister of the student who had asked you to find her earlier.
Can you hear me?
How do you know my name?
Move up and activate her for an experience bonus.
Kaylee Sanders at security. Can you get to her?
Yeah.
Before you head off to the waypoint, there are a couple other pickups in this area you might want to scour around. In this locker ahead, as well as in the bench behind us to the right, where you pick up the Matic. The Matic is a very good assault rifle if you use it. The rate of fire isn't fantastic, but it's actually one of the preferred weapons for people who use assault rifles. Not mine, personally, but still. And of course, we have our happy reunion with the psychotic subject Zero, aka Jack, looking actually a little bit more well-adjusted in some clothes and some hair. So that's nice to see. Unfortunately, it's also our first encounter with an Atlas, the large mechanized suit used by Cerberus troops. If you're able to snipe the pilot out of the Atlas, you can actually climb in and take it over. It's a little bit difficult to do, though, on Insanity. Usually by the time you've done enough damage to the vehicle to smash the canopy and be able to shoot the pilot inside, the suit is dangerously damaged and usually dies anyway. But you'll see here I've managed to eliminate the other assault troops in the area. Now I'll pull out my sniper rifle and try to get this Atlas pilot killed. It's a little bit difficult while the smoke is still present, but use overload to wipe out its shields. I'm firing more or less at the cockpit. I can tell I don't have an angle on it, so I'm waiting for it to turn around. You want to avoid hitting it anywhere but the cockpit itself if you're going to try and take over the suit. The margin for error is actually pretty small. And the fact that I was just shooting it there in the back probably explains why I'm not ultimately successful in doing this, but I very nearly was in this instance. If you're going to try and take over the mech, try shooting straight for the canopy. Don't shoot anyplace else. Wait till you have a clear shot, fire straight at him. You'll see it does start to shatter there a little bit. The cracks get a little bit more pronounced. While I'm sitting here wailing on this, another couple of Centurions and assault troops will spawn in. Just right at the end, I did manage to take out the canopy, but I think I may have missed when I shot at the pilot. I can't be certain. In either case, the Atlas was destroyed. The beauty about this portion of the mission is that the Cerberus troops, aside from the Atlas, more or less ignore you, instead focusing on the students and their biotic barrier. You don't really have to keep a very close eye on it. There is a meter in the upper right-hand corner, but the Cerberus troops, as long as you're on top of them, don't really have enough time to do enough damage to it for it to be a dangerous situation. If you do find yourself getting a little bit too much attention, drop back to one of these arches and cheat the corner, or one of the displays here at the back of the area. They're perfect for hiding behind and cheating the corner and attacking the Cerberus troops from behind while they're distracted by the biotics. Once all the enemies have been defeated, Jack will speak to her students, and then she'll jump down for the two of you to get reacquainted. First you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me. Blow. Alright, keep it down up there. Once you two have had your little relationship tete-a-tete, depending on how you and Jack left things from Mass Effect 2, move over to find the Cerberus laptop at the back part of the room. Then move up the stairs into the control room where you'll find the lock override. Take the time also to sweep through this area. There are some meta-gel and some ammunition if you're running low after the last encounter. I tend to edit them out of the videos, but between encounters I always sweep the areas for ammunition and additional equipment, so you may want to do the same. Hit the door override, also pick up the assault rifle precision scope, as well as some of the other pickups in the room.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah. Wonder when we'll be ready when you need us, Commander.
I can't believe you and our teacher work together.
Yeah,
With both of
work. Alright, down below, go to the door that's been overridden and open it up for the your squad. Jack and her students will actually take a different route and cover you from above.
We'll shadow you from the second level and hit those guys from above.
That would have been a nickel in the jar. Alright, a lot of people have trouble with this area. It's actually very simple. Immediately, as soon as you enter the room, move up and to the right, up to this upper area. Take note of where the combat engineer is. It'll either set up a turret near the top of the ramp, just off the side on the rocky area, or down below. In this case, he went down, he'll set up down below. Immediately destroy that generator next to the door. You'll know why in just 2 seconds. Try to take out the engineer at the bottom before he sets up his turret. If you can't, roll back into cover and look behind you. You see, these two Guardians who came out that door immediately behind me, had that generator still been active, they would have been shielded as well, making them a little bit more difficult to kill, and they're right on top of you, so very important you kill that generator. Hit the two Guardians that come out of the door, then the third that climbs up the ramp here. Little mail slot action. You'll see I also took out the shield generator on the ground. With the troops going back and forth, that's always a good plan. Once you have a free moment, repair the shield generator that's up top, so it will actually give you shields. Now that you've repaired it, it will, instead of benefiting the enemy, it'll benefit your team, which is a very useful thing since you'll be taking a lot of fire from up here. Stay up at the top, sticking to cover. Hit anything that comes up, either ramp towards you. You'll find that enemies will either come straight up this ramp or circle the long way around behind. As long as you stay close to this side, most of them will come straight up this ramp or mill around on the bottom floor, shooting at you through this open area. Keep an eye out for the remaining combat engineer and the second wave that brings some additional Centurions in. If the combat engineer happens to set up another turret, make sure to take that out since it spews a ridiculous amount of fire. Luckily from this side, as long as you're taking care of the enemies below, you can't be attacked by the Atlas. It's actually on the other side of the wall that runs all the way down the middle of this spherical area. So it can't attack you while you're up on this top area. Stay up here, keep moving back and forth, killing anything that pops up. There will be a lot of Centurions in this stage. Use Garrus's overload ability to take care of their shields. If they're grouped up, use a frag grenade, try to take out a few at once. Otherwise, rely on your sniper and don't let anything get near you. Keep checking your radar to see where the enemies are. As new waves spawn, you can sometimes lose track of where they are, particularly since there's a lot of varying levels of cover below you and to the left. If you happen to get hit enough that your shields fail, roll out to the left or right and find some cover. If you roll out to the right where the shield generator is, it should top up your shields, allowing you to continue a little bit faster. And again, keep checking your radar. It's like a piñata. Once the area is clear, the Atlas will power up. You can see it there. I had a bit of confusion the first time I did this. Saw it moving up and down, and I thought that it was actually climbing up the stairs towards us, but in fact it is on the opposite side of the area and behind that wall. It can't physically reach you, and because the configuration of the arms, how they're dropped down below the edge of that wall, it's very rare that the Atlas will actually be able to fire at you, depending on your angles. It'll maneuver back and forth, it might get an occasional shot off, but for the most part, you're essentially safe up here. Again, the shield generator is always there. You can always move to a different position. If you find you're running out of sniper rifle ammo, you can go down to near the entrance of the area. There's a tall display that you can hide behind and cheat the corner. Towards the end of this this fight, I'll show you where it is. But until then, there's a lot of ammo that's a static spawn in this area, so you can go back and forth picking it up if you happen to run out. Otherwise, enemies down below will probably have dropped a bunch of ammo. However, that will expose you to fire from the Atlas, so only do that if absolutely necessary. Okay, I'm starting to run out now. I'm looking for additional ammo, but I don't see anyone here. But if you stay right where I am, right behind this display at the beginning of the area, you can actually just use your standard assault rifle or whatever weapon you happen to be using and shoot at the Atlas across this barricade. As long as you stay behind cover and cheat the corner, it can't do a damn thing to you. Okay, that's a particularly long encounter, but the worst of it is actually ahead of you. This is the part that gives people the most trouble out of this entire mission, and I'm here to tell you it is the single easiest portion of the mission. How, you ask? Well, you go out, trigger the spawn, and while you're standing there, you run back. You don't even go into the room. There's a crap ton of soldiers in that area. You just go back right to the opening part of the area again. Pull out your sniper rifle, take them out from complete safety. They don't even notice you over here. If you find yourself taking some random stray fire if they approach the edge of the area, back up to the edge of these planters or the display at the entrance to the area. Either one will give you enough cover that you can still get up high, hit the enemy, snipe them and take them out, and experience very little, if any, return fire. And I mean, as an added bonus, even Jack and her students will be still fragging these guys from above. Meanwhile, they've got no one to shoot at except, I believe, poor Garrus, who I think charged out early in the mission. However, he'll be back as soon as the enemies are dead and the area is clear. I won't even have to use a metagel on him because he's effectively unnecessary for this fight. I mean, this is like Horizon and the Scions all over again. This is such a cheating maneuver, but I can't even tell you how many times I was frustrated by this area being peppered with fire from above and having guys flank you from either side. So much easier. From this distance, not even the turrets detect you. Ooh. There's a rear entry there. As you can see, I'm out of ammo at this point. I'm going looking for more ammunition, but as luck would have it, while I'm climbing up here getting the static ammo spawn, Jack and her crew actually finish off the turret. You can hear pouring out fire, meaning that I can just proceed on to the next area. Yeah, they had to wait for it, didn't they?
Everyone okay up there?
took one in the arm because she didn't watch her barrier.
Commander, I've reached the Cerberus shuttles without being detected. They know what they're doing, though. You need to hurry.
Once Kaylee gives you the update, proceed down the hallway and into the next area in complete safety. How do you like that? And you see that I actually even got the shield bonus from the generator on the second floor directly above me through the floor. Scour the area looking for any additional ammo before proceeding to the next region. Then go up the stairs and through the door. And this is quite possibly the longest door opening sequence I have ever seen. Pop out here around the corner and you'll have another short encounter with unsuspecting Cerberus troops. They should have Crazy Ivan once in a while, but hey, them's the breaks. If you completed the Project Overlord DLC from Mass Effect 2, you'll actually have an opportunity to get some additional power-ups.
I'm here to help.
I didn't buy it from the
As
last
you
guy,
walk
I've got
up,
no reason to buy it now.
the victim of Project Overlord, David Archer, here at the bottom, will recognize you and unlock a security area at the back of the room.
I hacked the lock. Guns. Lots of guns.
And while the thought is appreciated, and hey, I mean, free guns, his definition of a lot and mine obviously differ. Because aside from the additional Matic upgrades, being the second one in this very mission, there's not really a whole lot else in this room. There's a mod, up here on the left, and some grenades, and that's about it. So, hey, I save your life, you give me a gun. I guess it's the thought that counts.
Schematics for amp interfaces. Not as good as what we already have, but still
And by
worth a
thought,
look.
I mean gun. Continuing the tradition of painfully one-sided battles, move up here and climb in the combat engineer's ride while he's having his smoke, then turn on him and blow him away. That's what he gets for not using the patch. While in the Atlas, you are effectively invulnerable. There's very little that can actually damage you aside from perhaps a very well-placed grenade, but at the very least, the worst case scenario is you'll have to bail out and complete this mission on foot. And frankly, the likelihood of that is fairly slim because all the Cerberus troops will be concentrating their fire on the students and their barrier. Again, although there are a lot of troops, there's not really a great deal of danger that this barrier is going to fail. There's more than enough power to it, and with you tromping around in a gigantic Atlas, really, this is just fish in a barrel. All you have to do is pay attention to when Jack speaks. That's usually indicating a new wave is starting. Waves will occur first from the left side of the area as you're facing the entrance where you came in. They'll actually jump down off of that upper area. And then after this wave is defeated, the same thing will occur on the opposite side they'll jump down from the doorway on the right-hand side of the area. So just take your time, move through each wave. You have your gun and some missiles on the opposite side. Just be careful if you're using missiles that you're not whacking your own squad mates. In reality, you could do this section solo, but it never hurts to have backup just in case. Make sure that when you're walking around in this area, you're taking note of where the power-ups are. There's actually a couple that you can pick up before you move through to the shuttles at the end of the mission. You'll have plenty of time, though, to scour the area, so don't be in a rush to hop out of your Atlas and pick anything up, unless you think that maybe you might forget it. There was one power-up at the back of the area I did hop out between waves at one point to grab, just to make sure I didn't lose track of it. But again, if the area is full of enemies, it's better just to wait till the end, pick up the stuff then when there's no real time limit or pressing concern of being shot to death. Funny thing is that even though the Atlas's canopy is shattered, at no point do the Cerberus troops think to try and snipe you out of it and do a reverse takeover. Luckily, I suppose. See right there, I swear to God, it was like the grenade landed in my cockpit, but luckily not the case. See right here, I stopped to pick up this power-up. Student's barrier is almost at full, despite the fact that there's about 10 people in the room. So, it's pretty a one-sided battle. Realistically, as long as you're not standing there doing nothing for 20 minutes straight, there's very little you can do to actually lose this mission. Other than have really, really crappy mech aim. The thing moves like a pig, but a really, really well-armored pig, so hey. This wave with the enemies on the upper level is a bit of a pain in the ass because of the presence of these railings. They do actually stop missiles and gunfire from hitting a lot of the time, so you'll have to try to aim high and compensate for that. Just beware, if you're not hitting, try readjusting and you should be fine. Now, while we're moving into this next spawn, have a look at this weirdness that I experienced coming up here with the next wave. I turned to the right and watched these two Cerberus troops. It's like they reanimated. I don't know if that's Reaper technology or a bug or what, but the fact that we're having undead Cerberus troops really kind of informs me what kind of weirdness the Elusive Man is into. So don't let the pressure up. Student's barrier is still holding up. You're getting into the end of the mission at this point. There's very few troops left to deal with. Don't let the combat engineers at any point set up a turret. That could potentially ruin your chances simply because it's a steady stream of fire. If it's shooting at the barrier, it could wear it down. Better safe than sorry. Scour the area for the last couple of troops. You'll know that there are still troops left if it hasn't triggered the next wave. If you can't tell where they are, check to see where Jack and the rest of your squad are firing. That'll let you know. The last part of this mission is the final wave. You'll see that the doorway where you came in will open up again and a second Atlas mech will come out. And you two will have to fight all Metal Gear style. You see there's a smoke bomb there, but I mean the Atlas is the size of the doorway. Just keep shooting in its last position, it'll go down faster than Monica Lewinsky. Once the waypoint comes up and Jack tells you, hop out of your Atlas, scour the area for anything remaining, then go to the shuttle. And that will be the end of Grissom Academy Emergency Evacuation and the Revenge of the Extra Long title. Tune in next time for part 6 of the Mass Effect 3 Insanity walkthrough, Priority Sirkesh. Till then, I'm Lord Maim. Thanks for watching.